All right, guys, we're back
Big day.
after a long hiatus. Got a TV for the garage, so that's a good update. Start with my car here. Set the valves, change the oil, change the transmission fluid, all that stuff. Fired it up. Actually leaked it down. That looks pretty decent. This thing's starting to smoke. I think it's the turbo seals that are smoking. I think the motor's still good. I couldn't leak down cylinder number 1 without the headers tight there, but this thing's ready to go. Sent it out for a polish and color correction and all that, and so it looks brand new. I've never had that done since I owned it. It was a bit of a fiasco getting all that done, but whatever, I'm not going to get into that. At the end of the day, the car looks good. On to Riley's car. So what have you been doing the last month or so? Those tires look like they got less tread.
Yeah.
He's been basically
Daily driving.
it, so that's awesome.
Unless I have to go over a gravel road or if it's raining, just drive it pretty much everywhere. So.
No breakdowns except one. What happened?
I was doing some test pulls, playing with shift points. I noticed the O2 sensor started kind of slowly going more and more, like it was getting thrown off. So I pulled over, thought it was the O2 sensor. But then all the lights and electronics in the dash started going dim.
Put a brand new China alternator on there.
And so everything's good now after that. And other than that, just been straight tuning, small changes and stuff.
Right now he's been revving it up to like what, 64, 6,500
Yeah.
RPM. But today, I think we're going to increase those numbers because where are we going?
To the dyno.
We're going to see Sheldon at Motion Performance.
Yeah.
That car was on his dyno back in 2004 when it made 1,084 to the tire, 27 pounds of boost, but that was a long time ago. We're gonna get going over there, and I think Mike and Rob and Pete and your mom's gonna come, and maybe the cat.
Maybe not.
Maybe not.
Scared of cars. Obviously, I've done a lot of research for timing and stuff like that, and I think the cam makes power till 7, it says, so.
Yeah.
So we'll kind of test that out, fine tune all the little things.
Riley actually emailed Sheldon his tune and a log file, a recent log file last night, and Sheldon just let me know that he had a chance to have a peek at it, and it looks like Riley's pretty close on everything, so not sure if we're going to pick up huge gains today, but I thought that was a nice compliment for a guy like Sheldon
Good to know.
to tell you you're close. So, all right, we will jump in the cars and we'll see you over there. All right, so we're strapped up. Just gonna do a little pull here just to make sure the straps are good. We were just guessing on wheel horsepower numbers. Rob's way north at 360. I said I'm gonna go with 330. Riley's 3 1/4. 340. What does Mom say? Sheldon still has my old dyno sheets from 2004. Or is it a new computer?
No, it's on the same computer.
Really?
Yes.
We'll have to take a quick peek at those later.
It's actually pretty good.
We'll overlay Riley's and mine.
Yeah.
What do I win?
Oh!
Yeah, 389 at 64.
Yeah, see, I think I read
Wow.
Pretty good. Lot more than we thought. Thought it'd be making that at the crank.
Their fuels are nice and tight.
No, did good.
Was it still climbing? Did it start dropping off?
No, it wasn't.
Not until you let off?
I let off to 65 just in case, but it's probably,
But,
it might
I mean, basically from 6th. Like, man, that's
pretty
just
flat.
flattened out.
you can see that it's staying nice right there.
Cool.
That was 6,500, you said?
Yeah.
The fucking ripper. Take one more out or put one more back in?
We can take one more on top.
Can you overlay those two down? Alright, so last pull was 389 point whatever. With 2 degrees less timing, it made 390.5, 6,400, which is basically the same RPM. So what we're doing now is we are gonna take one more degree. No, are we taking 1 degree out, or are we just fuel? Because it fattened up the fuel mixture there too with some 2 degrees pulled out. So we're gonna lean this area out here and see what that does. So it was still 25 degrees and took a little more fuel out of it at the top end.
No, it took more fuel pretty much everywhere just to see how it's going to affect it.
Did it make less power with less
Yeah.
fuel?
Yeah, most LSs don't want to be that lean.
That was what, 12.5?
12, 6, 5, 6s, and every O2 is going to be a little different. But
And that last one was 11.
12 hours.
12 volt. With virtually no change in horsepower.
So what did you change there?
So we went backwards a little bit, fattened up the air fuel.
We added some fuel, but it didn't really respond that much, but the temperature was also high.
Yeah.
Yeah.
393. There it is.
402.
402.
So we left the fueling alone and took another 1 degree out. Added one back.
Yeah.
402.6 for a total of 26 degrees of time.
That's it.
6 or 25.
Jeez.
Way better than we
20,
were
26.
expecting.
So that's pretty good. I mean, what was the first pull? 389. So you picked yourself up
11, or I guess
13 horsepower.
13.
Got should get a little better fuel economy now. That's awesome. Just a junkyard.
Do I win a free shirt?
Bottom end's not even balanced. It's got Gen 4
Just throw it.
Gen 4 rods with Gen 3 crank. The heads, I took 30 thousandths off the heads at work. Demas did a valve job,
25.
but other than that, as cast, 25,000 or 30.
I thought it was 20.
I think it was 25. Anyway. And stock as cast heads otherwise, stock Gen 4 intake.
Yeah, I guess it changed now. So what is it?
Yeah, 402.6.
Round it up to 403.
Yeah.
So we went back in time to 2005, and this is when I had my car on here. So at a paltry 63, 180 RPM, it made 1,083 and 892 to the tire. That's 8-to-1 air fuel. That's awesome. Here's an overlay of those two graphs. So he stomped on me down low, but then Daddy's took her home.
Got a long way to go.